Hello friends, and welcome to Defense Matrix. Today, we talk about the F-15EX and a little about the Su-35 as well, as we try to evaluate what chances each aircraft stands in the multi-role fighter aircraft tender, or the MRFA competition. First, let's consider the Russian fighter. Su-35 is quite an advanced aircraft and even acts as a test bed for the fifth generation Su-57. Despite this, it can be said at the outset that the Sukhoi's chances in this contest are not particularly good. It's important to understand why this is so. Remember that the Indian Air Force already fields a large number of Su-30s, which serve as the backbone of the force. Keep in mind that it is possible to enhance the capabilities of these planes to compare with Su-35s by upgrading them with the radar and engines from the Su-35. As a matter of fact, such upgrades would be more economical as compared to buying a new fleet of Su-35s. For this reason, the case for Su-35s in the MRFA competition does not seem convincing. Now, consider the other contender, the F-15EX. It's important to understand how the US Air Force envisions the use of the F-15EX, that is, as a support aircraft for the fifth generation F-35. Stealth aircraft like the F-35 have a rather limited weapons payload capacity as they are constrained by internal weapon bays. To compensate for limited firepower, support aircraft are often used, and the F-15EX is conceived as well suited for this purpose. The idea is that the F-15 will be the F-35's loyal wingman, fully loaded up, flying alongside the Kratos XQ-58A Valkyrie UAV. In fact, this is largely the reason that the weapons carrying capacity has been significantly enhanced in the F-15. It uses amber racks that allow for up to 22 air-to-air missiles, whether sidewinders or AMRAAMs. The platform is even capable of firing hypersonic missiles when they are potentially deployed in the future. Boeing is promoting this aircraft as a program that's funded directly by the US Air Force, while touting that the same technology will be shared with India if it's selected in the MRFA tender. The platform is based on the F-15SA and the F-15QA versions, which were funded by and built for Saudi and Qatar. The F-15EX is a slightly modernized version of these aircraft. Now let's get into a little more detail. Although there's not a whole lot of detail available in the public domain, we'll try to look into what is. Let's begin with the cockpit. It has a fully glass cockpit styled along the lines of the F-35s with a large multifunctional display. Then the radar. The F-15EX comes with the AN/APG-82V1 radar, which uses the radar processor of the AN/APG-79. The antenna hardware is adopted from the AN/APG-63V3 version, which was used in earlier F-15s. As an AESA radar, it has been in service since 2007. The technology is proven and is seen to be quite reliable. In fact, 20% more reliable than older legacy radars. Needless to say, it can both track and engage multiple targets. The range is not known for certain, but estimates are pegged at 150 to 200 kilometers for an object with a 3 square meter radar cross-section. As for the flight mission computer, a new processor is in use, the Advanced Display Core Processor 2, or in short, the ADCP-2, which can process 87 billion instructions per second. This capability is extremely critical in supporting future advanced features such as the Eagle Passive Active Warning Survivability System, abbreviated EPAWS, a long-range infrared search and track system, most likely to be a pod-based system, an advanced high-speed radar communication feature, and other future upgrades. In short, the flight mission computer is built to be future-proof to support potential upgrades. As for the weapons systems, it was mentioned earlier that the Amber missile carrying rack was built specifically for this jet, which enhances its capacity significantly. It can carry an impressive 22 missiles, sidewinders and AMRAAMs included, with the ability to fire hypersonic missiles in the future. Besides, there are several other planned upgrades. One, a digital fly-by-wire system that significantly improves its maneuverability. Remember that the F-15 has always had a great thrust-to-weight ratio and an impressive top speed to begin with. The digital fly-by-wire system enhances maneuverability even further, making the aircraft even more potent from a maneuverability standpoint. 2. The IRST system. There's been talk of using a lead-gen pod, which is an externally mounted pod-based system. 3. The Electronic Warfare Suite. The AN/ALQ-50 EPAWS 5th Generation Eagle Passive-Active Warning Survivability System, which brings comparable capabilities to the EA-18G Growler. This includes radar warning, geolocation, situational awareness, and a self-protection solution, which work together to identify and neutralize airborne and surface threats. It uses electromagnetic waves to capture a 360-degree aerial field of view and elevates the situational awareness capabilities to nearly F-35 levels. Further, there's the Joint Helmet-Mounted Cueing System, and this improves close-range combat capabilities immensely. All in all, situational awareness is quite good, mainly because of how advanced the data fusion has been implemented on this platform. Finally, speaking of the engine, it has the F110GE129, which produces a maximum thrust of 131 kN. Its maintenance is low and fuel efficiency is reasonable. This engine is in use in the F-16 as well, and high reliability is a big plus. The operating cost of the F-15EX is relatively low, but keep in mind it may not be as low as the F-18s. All said and done, the F-15EX may prove to be a decent choice for the IAF, but considering that the MRCA tender is likely to be scrapped and a decision may be made to purchase 36 more Rafales instead, the F-15's chances are rather low. On this note, we come to the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found it useful, and know that we rely on your support to continue creating content. Jai Hind.